Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and we're back with another Total War Warhammer video. We've recently been discussing possible characters associated with Khorne for Total War Warhammer 3, and since yesterday we received a possible hint towards Tzeentch, it feels only appropriate that we speak about a character of Tzeentch. In this video, we'll talk about KAIROS FATEWEAVER, where we'll discuss their lore, their rules on the tabletop, and how they could be implemented into Total War Warhammer. So without further ado, let's begin. To better introduce this character to those who might not be aware of him, we'll read over his entry into the Warhammer Fantasy Battles 8th edition army book for the Demons of Chaos. KAIROS FATEWEAVER, Oracle of Tzeentch, Keeper of the Destiny Scrolls, Mocking Watcher. Even Tzeentch dares not enter the Well of Eternity, the vast receptacle of knowledge at the heart of the impossible fortress. The great sorcerer, mighty though he is, cannot be sure of survival within the inky currents of infinity. Still, the Well of Eternity holds great sway over Tzeentch's mind, for it is the one puzzle he cannot solve, and the one mystery he cannot know. A challenge almost painful in its intensity. It was in the cause of understanding that Tzeentch hurled KAIROS, a Lord of Change, known as Fateweaver to mortals, into the foreboding depths of the well. While the great sorcerer was not prepared to risk his own being in such a venture, he had no misgivings at risking one of his servants in such a fashion. Since he clawed his way back from the well after years uncounted within its depths, KAIROS can see things that are hidden even to Tzeentch. His right head sees possible futures as clear as day. No scheme is hidden from its sights, and the infinite possibilities of tomorrow crystallize into irrefutable fact. KAIROS's left head sees the past without petty colorations of perspective and bias. Past and future pulse through a body shriveled and twisted by its passage through the well. Valuable as this vision is, it comes with a heavy cost. Both of KAIROS's heads are blind to the present. He cannot see time as it passes, only events that are to come or whose time has already elapsed. KAIROS now sits at Tzeentch's right hand, stirring the Stygian depths of the well as he whispers aloud the secrets that only he can see. 9 times 9 Lords of Change transcribe these insights with quills drawn from their own plumage and inked with Tzeentch's very own blood. Each scribe jealously guards the secrets he hears. Every such facet of eternity is a powerful tool in the unending intrigue and collusion of Tzeentch's court. For his part, Tzeentch cares not about the scheming of his minions, for he knows all that they know. Each secret transcribed by a Lord of Change is made a part of Tzeentch forever, and his understanding of eternity comes ever closer. KAIROS's blindness to the present makes him vulnerable to physical attack. The future does not reveal itself swiftly enough to predict battles to and fro. Nevertheless, KAIROS's unique vision allows him to stay one step ahead of his adversaries, pitting various assailants against one another in time-stream straddling duels. In the arena of magic, KAIROS is unstoppable. He knows every spell in existence, every sigil, sign, and quirk of mystical power, though he cannot marshal them all without a modicum of preparation. Such ability makes him Tzeentch's favored agent. On the occasions Fateweaver leaves the impossible fortress, it is always in the service of a dire task, be it in the recovery of a magical artifact, the predestined crushing of an army, or some other ineffable purpose. KAIROS is a rather popular character throughout the fans of Tzeentch. There is a saying that one head lies while the other one says only the truth, but who is actually saying the truth is almost impossible to tell. Stat-wise on the tabletop, KAIROS was very curious. decent strength, toughness and wound values, but he had incredibly low weapon skill, initiative and attack values. This was not a character you wanted in the front line, where even Skaven slaves on the tabletop were able to do more damage than he was on a physical level. That being said, it was with magic that this character truly excelled. KAIROS, as explained, has 2 heads, and each of those heads knew different laws of magic. The left head had access to spells from the Law of Life, the Law of Metal, the Law of Light, and the Law of Heavens, while the right head had spells from the Law of Death, Beasts, Shadows, and Fire. And also both heads had access to the spells from the Law of Tzeentch. At the tabletop, this unique amount of spells was represented as follows. At the start of each magic phase, decide which head KAIROS is using this turn. He may only cast spells known to that head during that turn. Of course, a turn system does not exist in Total War Warhammer in the same way as it did exist on the tabletop. How this could be implemented into Total War Warhammer could be in the following. First, he could have a mix of different spells from different laws, in the same way as characters such as Ariel for the Wood Elves. However, that might be a bit boring. Personally, I'd love to see if the character had access to all the laws of magic he did on the tabletop. However, he wouldn't be able to use them all in one battle. Maybe depending on the turn that it is on the campaign map, that would determine which head is currently active. So if the left is active, then you'll have access to the Law of Life, Metal, Light and Heavens. It could be done in a odd and even type of thing, where turn 1 you'll be active with the left head, turn 2 would have the right head active, and so on and so forth. I don't know if that would be a bit too complicated to implement, but it sounds rather interesting. In terms of special rules and demonic gifts, unfortunately KAIROS, like any other demons in the 8th edition army book, really suffered from a large lack of them. His only unique special rule was that of Oracle of Eternity, which granted him a seemingly high ward save. That's pretty much it, and can be translated as such in Total War Warhammer. His only special item is the Staff of Tomorrow, which on the tabletop allowed him to reroll any d6s, a single d6 of the player's choice once per turn to be in fact. So that's a bit tougher to implement into Total War. I'm assuming that this would then be changed around to just be a generic item, one that he would do a quest battle for and would give him such buffs on the campaign map, possibly an extra ward save and extra winds of magic. That's all I can really say about this character. In terms of implementation, I mean, he's more of a generic character in that sense, where he doesn't really have a lot going for him barring the well, unless the well gets implemented as some sort of special mechanic. Perhaps getting knowledge from the well and then being sent on various quests around the Warhammer world? Something like that might make sense. I mean, we are aware in his lore that he does get sent out to crush enemy armies, so it could be implemented in a similar way. But what do you guys think about KAIROS FATEWEAVER as a possible legendary lord character for Tzeentchian armies? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let's start a bit of a discussion. But with that, my friends, we've come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, might I suggest giving the video a like, or even subscribing to the channel, as it really does help us out. In the description section below are various links to different social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and Discord. Also in the description section is an affiliate link with Element Games, where you could buy loads of hobby-based products, not just Warhammer, for 10 to 25% off. Making a purchase using that link and also our special code, which is also in the description, supports the channel at no extra cost to you, which we think is rather cool. A big thank you to our patrons. Your support means the world to us. It's amazing that people want to help a small channel like us grow and get to a higher level of content. A big thank you to Gibraltar LUSC, Ryan Bertsche, Andrew Prince, and Okro for subscribing to us at our Fane level. You guys are super cool. And a big thank you to Edward Yule, VS Vasan, Aaron Whitman, and Shaggy for subscribing to us at our King level. Honestly, we can't thank you all enough. And lastly, a big thank you to all of you for liking, sharing, and commenting on these videos. Honestly, it's because of you guys that the channel's been growing at such a great pace lately, so we can't thank you all enough. But with that, my friends, thank you so much for watching once again, and we shall see you all again very, very soon. Have a good day.